Hey, this is Aaron, the Metal Theologian. Alright, so today we're going to do a little personal record collecting story. And specifically I'm going to talk about some records where I made my own covers. And we'll get to that in a minute, I'll explain. Because you probably have stories like this of your own. If anyone gives a shit, which you probably don't, we're listening to the Scientist record that actually just came in the mail. It's a dub record. And it's pretty awesome, and it smells like mildew too. Apparently some sort of warehouse find, these old records from 1980 or something. So whatever, I'll just let it air out a little bit before I put it in plastic. Anyway, I've got a little soda here though, and this is the Lester's Fixin brand, or Lester's Fixins, and this is the bacon soda, which you'll note is artificial bacon soda, which I hope isn't too inauspicious.
Where does it say artificial?
Right at the top there.
Oh, right there.
So, let's get this cracked. Let me take it. Come on, Bob. So, let's see where this is from. It says made in the USA, pure cane sugar. Oh, wow, it's a Rocket Fizz one, actually. That's interesting. So, Camarillo, California, same as the chocolate one from yesterday. But let's see how this one is. I have to admit, I'm kind of wary of this one. I don't know if this is... The other sodas that I've had bacon flavor in them have not been particularly good. So I'm really curious to try a straight up bacon one. But we'll see. Actually, it smells weird, man. A little bit of caramel thing going on. Not a lot, just a little bit. It's actually really light. After you swallow it, you don't taste it anymore. It's it clears out of your mouth. It goes in your mouth and it does this thing and it gets the hell out. But it has a little bit of a fat aftertaste though, sort of like bacon. It's yeah, I can kind of taste it more at the second sip. At first there was no sort of finish, but then it kind of came back and I started tasting it. Has a tiny little bit of that sort of seared taste going on that you get from frying the bacon, and a little bit of fat, but it's mild, and there's definitely from the sweetness, it's sort of a little bit of a caramel thing. So I don't know, honestly I was afraid this thing was just going to be fucking disgusting, and it's pretty good. I don't know if this is an everyday soda. It's pretty weird. But it's kind of grown on me, actually. It's not bad at all, so. Anyway, so going way back into the past. That's funny, if the camera just shook, it's because Spencer was getting ready to take a sip and kind of gagged.
Really does smell weird.
Alright, so we're going to go way back into the past, in the late 80s.
Oh my god.
When I discovered this band, Dead Kennedys. And this is actually the first Dead Kennedys record I bought. I probably bought this around the summer of 1988 when it was relatively new. 87 is the year on it. Oh, excuse me. Found this in a shop though. It's a singles compilation. Everyone probably knows this record. And it's kind of weird cover. And this thing completely blew my mind. When I first heard this, just the guitar sound and the fact that it was so, not just a little bit political, but so extremely political. And that was such a big part of it with all the lyrics printed in it and all that shit. And I'll show that in a second. It's the Alternative Tentacles label. Yeah, I'd never bought a book before, or a record before that had a big booklet like this. It's funny, I know that is the cover of the Halloween single now, but it has a page for every song, and the packaging just blew my mind. So this record though also came with a flexi disc, which was just tucked into the booklet here. And since it was the bonus tracks on the flexi disc and I couldn't deal with that, I actually made my own cover for it to take care of it. I should put this outside of the thing. So this is the first of two covers that I'm going to show that I made myself. So this one, you can kind of see the glue marks on there. I kind of messed it up, but it's like a couple like Xerox pictures, like from the inside of the book that I took. And actually, I got the sleeve. Let's see if I take the flexi out, I can show this off a little bit better. There it is, Buzz Bomb from Pasadena and Night of the Living Rednecks. But this 7-inch, actually, I got a free copy of Shove It by The Cross. And I loved Queen at the time. I was like a huge Queen fan. But this record came out, I hated it so much that like I took this fucking single, which is probably worth money now, and I literally like threw it away, and I turned the cover inside out to make a cover for my Dead Kennedys flexi disc. So it's pretty well preserved, and I took the trouble to write that. That's what my handwriting looked like back in 1988.
When it was good.
So this is a one-of-a-kind, like, unique, homemade metal theologian.
Beer
Dead
and
Kennedys
Jesus
bonus,
records.
Yeah, the bonus flexi cover. So I'll put that away in a minute. Now the other one that I have goes back even further, okay? When I was like 13 and discovered TheCDC, that was just like the greatest fucking band ever. I was just completely obsessed with TheCDC. And some friend of mine though, like was like up in his attic and found a trashed copy. I mean, I don't know if you can see this, but it's pretty wrecked. Of the Touch Too Much single. It was in Germany at the time, so it's a German press. You can tell by that little 45 there. But, you know, it's Touch Too Much with a live version of Live Wire on it. So, of course, that blew me away, but it was just like lying out in his attic like that. So, I actually made a cover for this one, too. And what did I use for this one?
Looks like
Oh,
tape or something.
yeah, look at that. I don't know if you can see in there. It's actually a Dave Brubeck 7-inch. Shit. But anyway, yeah, I turned that inside out and I made this cover myself. I put the record back in, so I was just holding it. So again, I was like 13, and you can see I like, you know, did this in like marker, and like made it nice, and like mimicked the typeface on the Highway to Hell album for the singles. And I'd never seen a copy of this before, by the way, so I had no idea. This actually had a picture sleeve, which I think had them on it or something, but yeah, I'd never seen that before. And the back's just blank. If you can see those stripes, that's because what I did to like, sort of in lieu of lamination, was I used Scotch tape to cover it up. And the fucking thing is durable. I mean, this has lasted. It's you know, it's been more than 30 years that I've had this record now. So, well, not more. It's been about 30 years since I got this record, though, and made this cover for it. So, that's my other one. I even was careful enough to, like, tuck it into the top so the whole thing, like, it wouldn't get split. So, so I'm pretty sure that's all I have. I mean, I definitely have a couple things, like, you know, just, like, plain ones where I, like, wrote the name of the band on it so I could tell there's... So, you know, just to house picture discs. I didn't own that one. That was my Broke as Hell and Black Death. But I have a couple other ones like that where it's just a white cover and I just wrote on it like Warrior, Let Battle Commence for my copy of that picture disc. But those are the ones where we go way back to my teenage years, and I made record covers with passion. So it's a short one today. Thanks for watching, and I hope you got a kick out of it. And I hope to see some of these stories of your own, because I'll bet I'm not the only person who did this kind of shit. So, take care.